Okay, here we have a domain and range problem. Only I'm going to tell you what, they want the words used, all real numbers, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or greater than. These are the things they want us to use. What I first might do is kind of, in a sense, almost box this in and look at the numbers, right? 60 is the highest, 0 is the lowest, 0 is the lowest here, and 30 is the highest this way here as I box that in. And you have to remember that domain is your x's from across. So it's 0. So your answer here is going to be like number between 0 and 30, on which you can have answers of 0 and 30 and domain is x. That's how we tend to write it like this here, but they want it written out in words. So this would be all real numbers greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 30, right? Then your range would be exactly the same words. The range would be exactly the same words, except the 30 would change to a 60, right? Because you can be anywhere from 0 to 60 for that particular one right there, all right? This next problem right here is I erased the board a little better. I'm going to kind of tend to do the same thing here. I'm going to box this in. Like doing this here. You can see -1, -2, -3, -4. So this way it's -4 for the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This way particular right here. And then you have -1, -2, -3, -4 going down. So it's -4 down here. 2, 3, so it's 4 up here. And this time, what we're going to write is this right here is an open circle, meaning that this point right here is not equal to. All right? So if I want to do domain, my furthest left is -4. It cannot equal, domain is x. And then this here would be 6. That here would be 6. All right? I don't like the fact both of these are -4. It kind of makes it hard to distinguish here. Let me distinguish it this way here. This one's a blue one. And I'll distinguish this one up here with a blue 4 also. So when I do the range, notice -4 is not part of the solution, so -4 less than. Now I usually have to put y, and it goes up to 4. But they could also call this function a g of x, because that's the same thing, or f of x, or h of x, any of those things, because these all represent the letter y when you're doing this part of the equation. So just be prepared that range will have an answer that looks like this here for the test, just for STAR test, to be a little better prepared. Okay. And there's one more domain and range question. Oh, I guess I had the answers already written up there. I should just look a little further. Okay. I guess I want to use this one here with some range, but what I tended to do was this here is when I went to go box this one in. I'll go up here, and I'm not going to go up here because I got paper up here, but I would draw it off the graph. I want to draw this off the graph because that indicates that it goes on to, and like I said, I don't want to draw up here. Pretend it's off the chart. That's my little paper part there. I don't want to draw my paper to make this look a little nicer. So what I know is that up there is a positive infinity. This way is a negative infinity. Positive infinity is over here. This one over here would be another negative infinity if I was going down. However, my box, in a sense, is -1, -2 down this way right here. And over it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to recommend, see is this point here is the following. That technically, my domain, now, I like doing this here. I like doing negative infinity, because it's going, I'm sorry, to positive infinity. No, it is negative infinity over here. The domain is the negative infinity, this red one. X less than or equal to 5, because there's a colored in dot, it's less than or equal to. However, though, on the test, they will just have that part. X is less than or equal to, because it's implied that it goes to infinity then anyway. And for your range, can't spell range, so I write the word y there. The smallest value is -2, right? So technically I kind of like to do like this here, going to infinity, but the book will write it like this way here. So put the x greater than or equal to the -2, because the x is larger than that. I won't put that particular part out there. So x is greater than or equal to -2. And if it's written with words, that's what it would say. It would say x, all real numbers, greater than or equal to -2. And if it was range, it would say all real numbers just greater than the 5. That would have been the 5. This one would have been the -2. So be prepared for words or actual symbols.